Hi guys, welcome to the page of commerceshikshaa. I'm C. Srishti Agrawal. I cleared my exam in first attempt, all the groups and the people around me were really amazed. It seemed like a really big thing. I was ahead of the rest and that it is a big achievement until I gave my first interview. My first interview was with Goldman Sachs. I was very excited. I applied somewhere online, I think, and then I got a call. When I got there, I saw 300 people sitting in a big room competing with each other for like 15 positions. And I was part of that crowd. I was part of that competition. That was the moment when I realized that the world is full of hardworking, smart ass people, and there is gonna be competition everywhere. There is always gonna be someone who's more hardworking, who's better at something than you are. Generally, when so many people are there and they have to select a very few from it, the first round is group discussion, that is GD, for mass elimination. Now, since it was my first time, I called up my friends, cousins, other people who I know are working in such companies for advice on how to appear and what to do in a GD. Now, GD is a game of behavior. Rather, the entire interview is, because you see, if you are called for an interview, it means that you already are meeting the basic qualification or experience requirements, whether you are applying as a fresher or an experienced person. They mainly test your people skills and how you tackle different situations. If we talk about Big Fours, I made a video on my Big Four experience and I told in that video that there is a lot of work pressure and competition in these companies. So these companies majorly test that can you survive these situations? How well can you perform in such pressure valley situations? So my near and dear ones told me that in the GD, I should let other people speak. I should never cut them because that will show that I am a team player. And I did exactly that in my Goldman Sachs interview. The entire session went and I couldn't speak a word. No one was letting me speak. And then I was out in the very first round. It was a disaster for me. The day started with, wow, I became a CA in first attempt. I was full of confidence and I felt like I'm really smart and I have good communication skills. And it all went down in gutter in that one moment. So I was feeling really bad. Then I came back home and I analyzed the entire situation and I realized that you don't have to cut anyone, but you also have to voice yourself, to be seen, to be heard. So in my next interview, during the campus placement, we were having the discussion and there was this girl who was trying to speak. उसने 3-4 बारी कुछ बोलने की कोशिश करी और एक लड़का था वो उसको हर बारी काट देता था. Then I don't know what happened to me. I said, I think we should give her a chance to speak. She has been trying to speak for a while. And at that very moment, I saw the HR standing on the side, tick my CV. And boom, I was selected for the next round. The next thing that I've noticed in interviews is that they want to see what kind of real life situations you have been into, how have you tackled them, what have you learned from them. They want to see, did you solve a complex situation at work? What did you do? Like we are talking about CA work majorly है, तो आपने आर्टिकलशिप में कुछ ऐसा situation face किया था क्या, या previous job में ऐसा कोई situation face किया था क्या? Are you a solution oriented person? Do you have leadership skills? Are you a team player? These are some of the questions that you have to address in your stories, in your situations, in your examples. So there are two stories that I always used to narrate in my interviews. They are both real life stories. So the first story goes like this. I did my articleship from 2 different firms. So what happened in the first firm was that once a girl made a mistake. Okay, it's very common, we all make mistakes, especially when we are kids. Like I was 19 years old when I started my articleship. So what happened was that our boss came outside from his cabin and he yelled at her like anything in front of everyone, and we all were very scared. And it was a bad situation. It created stress in everyone. Then a similar situation happened in my next company, and you won't believe what happened. Again, another girl, she was facing some error for the last 7 days and we were not able to solve it. Everyone saw it, our boss also saw it. And then one day, randomly, sir came out of his office and he was like, Madam, आप बहुत बड़ा झोल किए हो. And then he told her that she was making a mistake. She was writing a wrong date, and that is why that error was coming. And that is all. He came out, he said that, and he went inside. That day I realized that we all make mistakes. It's very natural. It's very common. But how you tackle that situation is all that matters. As a leader or a manager, if you are stuck on a mistake or if you are making a big deal out of it, it will always have a negative impact on the team member. On the contrary, if you will let it go and find solutions, that will bring a very positive environment in the workplace, and at the end, it will increase the productivity and the positivity in the company. So, I always used to tell this story in my interviews and what I learned from it. Well, now I'm working for myself, so I don't get to give interviews, but this is one of them. Another question that comes up is that have you ever, like I told you, that have you faced a difficult situation or have you shown leadership skills at work? So in a consulting, there are multiple clients, right? So there was this client and the two people handling them were not available for a few days. And then something urgent came up in that client. I was not at a very senior position at that time because I was just starting up. But this is a post qualification story. We were given this task that okay, ये काम है जो हमें आज में खत्म करके देना है. And 4 or 5 of us came together to do it. अब किसी को ये समझ नहीं आ रहा था कैसे करना है. And there was no one guiding us. We were all on the same level. So I picked that up. I decided that okay, this I can do, this you can do. I divided the responsibilities and I took care of the status. So basically, I took everything in my hand and we all completed it. Our seniors were really happy with us. Now next thing that generally comes up is your strengths and weaknesses. अब जो भी चीज़ आप अपनी strength बताते हो, you should be able to communicate it via your vibe or your body language. And you should always try to state something which will help you in the profile that you're interviewing for. Basically something which helps you in your job, which is an add-on. And when it comes to negative traits, never say that you have none. But never say something which is an extreme thing which can negatively impact your image. So be real but subtle. Or even better, choose something which can be a negative as well as positive trait. I don't recommend lying. Just choose the right words and present it in a way that it favors you. Then comes the technical round. What do you do in a question for which you don't know the answer? Be honest. It is okay to not know it all. If you have the right attitude and confidence and you say that I don't know the answer for this on a question or two, it's completely fine and acceptable. Of course, if you don't know the answers to majority of the questions, then it's a problem. At the end, be conversational, ask questions, feel comfortable, look excited, be excited. Give all the interviews. Even if you're not interested in some interview, it will help you prepare better. It will polish your skills. Always and always dress smart. You don't have to be fancy or wear expensive clothes. But be tidy. Your hair should be in place, shoes should be cleaned, clothes ironed. Don't wear anything flashy. No loud colors. Just be subtle and you'll nail it. So that's all guys. If you have any other tips that you want to share with our viewers, please comment them down below. And I will see you in my next video. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you.